Let us now define a PDF printing form for the entity data that we created in the tutorial project. So when checking the data using edit metadata here in the Captain Casa tools, then you see the entities, you see the order having order items, each order item somehow pointing to an article, and so on and so forth. So we want to create a PDF form for an order displaying the order header information and the order item information with details. So let's go. We did import the project using the pom.xml. After this, you generated the project, you deployed the project. So here we are then opening this workplace. And at the bottom, you see the admin section. Yeah? And in this admin section, we see the menu of the imported project, the eClient SGR XML project, where you see the most important tool, the form editor. After clicking the form editor, you see the available forms. Here we already see 3 article forms, but in your case, it would be empty. So press the right mouse button, say new form, and we just now say this is our form order 01. And the name is order 01. The category is just the hierarchizing of this arrangement of forms. So we could name it order. It has no business meaning. It's just the hierarchizing of these forms. And now the data definition is order data definition. One data definition can serve for multiple forms. You will see what the data definition is later on. So description order 01. Okie doke. So here the order is created. We now can double click it and see the order, how it is, the form, how it is now. At the moment it's empty. Yeah, you see some areas and you can click these areas. Here you see the title, which is the top first title on the first page, header area, which is in the header of each page, then this body, which is also available on each page, a footer area of each page, and there's also a background area where you can put components. Now, the first thing is that you need to bind this information, to bind this document to data. And the data editor is on the right side. So you see data browser with the top element. There's no data contained inside yet. That's the first thing to do. You open the data editor in which you define what is the data which is used inside of this form. Yeah. So you open the editor and you now define in this section, the first section, .wsql, you define the entity class to be used is you want to see the order. So this is the starting point, the DO order. Now, for getting into the order, I just save this now, save. It would be good to have a concrete order to test against. Yeah, so not having an abstract form definition where you do not know exactly how it looks like. But we now go to the business system here, and we just go into the orders, and we see there's an order 201, and this order 201 has some items. So let's take 201 as our testing candidate. So back to the form editor, into the data editor, where we currently defined DO order is our top data. So we now say we want to, for testing purposes, really have a concrete order to go to. And so we say that's the query, that is the query parameter, where we say the ID is set to 201. So this is the one we now use for testing here, and we can test it. And in the test, we see, okay, there's a top data segment is filled. It's exactly the data of the order. Close. So that's the first thing. We assigned the order. Save. Now we see that inside of the top element, all the data of the order is available, the ID, the comment, the customer ID, and so on and so forth. So we now can already go ahead and we can create the first form just based on the order data. Well, we now always have to do the following. We first select the element where we want to place something. So let's select now the header, the title. You either can select it by clicking here into the preview zone, or you also can directly edit it here inside of this hierarchy. Yeah. So let's pick the title here. And now you say, I want to have a text information which is rendered somewhere in this document, and you just drop it. Now the text is there, and the text is just as usual having a text which is, for example, hard-coded. So we can say hello, yeah, and save this. If we now go to PDF preview, then actually all this which we transferred into PDF, and you see there's a hello open somewhere on the left top. Okay, so what we want to do now is to see the order number. So we now just drag and drop the ID into this hello, into this text field, and we see now there's an expression #ID. And by now clicking the PDF preview, we now see that not hello is part anymore, but 201, actually the number of the order is printed out. Good. Now let's do a little bit optimization. We go to the top node, and in the top node there is some distance from border of paper. So we, for example, say we want to have 10 and 10. These are dots per inch following a printing. I think it's something like 192 dPEs in this respect. Or you can say OK, and you see the next time you PDF preview, then there will be a little distance from the borders of the page. Now just continue and say, let's do a bit more with this. So we want to see, okay, we want to have a barcode also with the order number. So we first select the element where we want to place the barcode. Yeah, so we clicked on the area. Yeah, that's very important. Always click first the target of where you want to place something, and then you come with a barcode and you put it there. Yeah, and what is the text of the barcode? It is again the ID which is printed out. So let's put this here somewhere into the middle here and save it and test it. And here we have our first form consisting out of a number and a barcode of the order.